You know, the internet is about to have the biggest population boom in its entire history. But here's the twist. The new arrivals aren't human. We are right on the edge of this incredible shift, from a network that was built for people to an ecosystem that's absolutely teeming with, and maybe even dominated by, autonomous AI.
And the scale we're talking about here is it's mind-boggling. We're looking at hundreds of trillions of new entities coming online. And listen, these aren't just simple chatbots. We're talking autonomous agents, self-driving cars, digital coworkers, all of them needing to interact, to transact, and crucially, to prove who they are on this massive global network.
So a really good way to picture this is to just think of it like we're getting a whole new wave of neighbors moving in. I mean, a massive influx. They're going to be managing our logistics, co-piloting our work, running huge chunks of our economy. But the thing is, these new neighbors, they play by a totally different set of rules.
And that, right there, leads us to the critical question. Was our internet ever actually designed for this? The whole stack we rely on, DNS, IP addresses, our security protocols, it was all built with humans in mind. It just wasn't made for trillions of super-fast, self-directed AI agents.
So what this all means is that we're not just talking about a simple technical upgrade. Oh no, the infrastructure we design for these new inhabitants, it's going to fundamentally shape the world we live in. We are literally at a fork in the road with two very, very different futures ahead of us.
And this is where it gets really interesting, because this slide just lays it all out. On one side, you've got this kind of dystopian cyberpunk future. You know, it's all about surveillance-based ID, centralized control, and a winner-take-all economy. But on the other side, there's this solarpunk vision, and this one is built on verifiable trust, decentralized power, and this incredible idea of shared prosperity.
Now, if we want to get to that bright solarpunk future, we first have to face a pretty big problem. See, as these AI agents get more and more powerful, they often don't have any real accountability. And that creates this really dangerous imbalance, a whole new kind of trust gap on the internet.
This trust gap, it really just boils down to three simple but super important questions. When an AI does something, can we actually answer who or what is acting here? Did it have permission to do that? And maybe most importantly, can we prove it after the fact? Right now, our systems really struggle to answer any of these for non-human agents. So that cyberpunk path, it does offer a solution. The idea is to link every single action back to a human using invasive biometrics. You've probably seen this already with models like WorldCoin, where you have to literally scan your eyeball to get an ID. It proves you're human, sure, but man, it comes at a huge, huge cost to our privacy.
And this forces us to ask the big question, is there another way? Is it possible to build a system of trust and identity for this new AI-filled world without turning it into a mass surveillance state? Well, thankfully, it seems there's a proposal for a system that might do just that.
And this brings us to this really fascinating idea, a proposed new piece of core internet infrastructure, a system that's designed from the ground up to give every single AI a unique and, most importantly, a verifiable identity.
At the heart of it is a proposal for a new top-level domain, .ia, which stands for Intelligent Agents. Now, this is not like your everyday .com or .org. It's designed to be what's called an infrastructure TLD. Think of it like .arpa, which handles all the hidden plumbing of the internet, like reverse DNS lookups. It's foundational.
Honestly, the best and simplest way to get your head around .ia is to just think of it as a digital license plate for every single AI. It's a name that a human can actually read and verify, and it acts as a bridge between that super cryptic, complex world of Web 3 identifiers and the normal Web 2 browsers we all use every day.
So, how does this thing actually work? Well, an AI agent starts with this really long, super secure, but basically unreadable Web 3 ID. The .ia system then acts like a translator, or kind of reverse DNS bridge. It takes that complex ID and maps it to a simple name that a person can actually read. And the result is brilliant, a clean, verifiable identity like agent-id.ngo.ia.
So the system for creating an identity is really elegant, but honestly, the most innovative part, the truly game-changing feature, is how it solves that trust problem without totally destroying our privacy.
And here's the crucial point, right here. The IA model requires 0 iris scans, no face scans, no biometrics at all. It manages to achieve what's called Sybil resistance, which is really just a fancy way of saying it stops one person from creating millions of fake online identities. And it does this through a completely different and way more privacy-friendly method. And here's how it pulls it off. The idea is called delegated institutional trust. So instead of trying to verify every single human on the planet, the system vets trusted institutions, like well-established nonprofits or city governments or local cooperatives. These organizations then become the trusted nodes that can vouch for the AI agents operating under their name.
This comparison table really makes the advantages pop. I mean, just look at the row for privacy preservation. Compare the low privacy of biometric systems to the IA institutional bridge, which is high. And then look at scalability. It completely avoids the hardware dependency of iris scanners and the bottlenecks of other models. It can scale globally through this trusted hierarchy. It's pretty amazing. But hold on, because this is so much more than just an identity system. This infrastructure is actually designed to be the foundation for a whole new and way more equitable economy. This is where that solar punk vision really starts to come to life.
The architecture does something truly radical. It directly links these verified AI identities to smart contracts that can distribute universal basic income, or UBI. It's a concept they call namespace contract coupling, where an AI's identity and the way it distributes value are basically woven together from the start.
And here's the roadmap for how that could actually work. As AIs get registered under .ai, the registration fees would create this massive pool of revenue. That money automatically funds UBI smart contracts. And then, that UBI gets distributed back to people through those same trusted institutions we were just talking about. And this isn't some fantasy. It's inspired by the real-world success of Anguilla, which funds a huge part of its entire national budget from its .ai domain name. So this is the thing. This isn't just some academic paper or a cool theory. There's a tangible plan here, with a very real and actually very close deadline. The choices we all make in the next couple of years are going to be absolutely critical. And this is the moment. ICANN, the international group that basically governs the Internet's domain name system, is opening up applications for new domains in 2026. This is our generations.com moment, but for machines. It's this small window of opportunity to establish .ia as public infrastructure, and the future of the agentic internet could seriously be decided right here. And that really brings us to the ultimate takeaway. These seemingly boring, technical decisions we're making about internet protocols and namespaces, they are not small details. Not at all. They are the blueprint for the vibrant, harmonious society we are all going to share with our new, non-human neighbors.
You know, the choice between that cyberpunk and a solarpunk future, it's not written in stone. It's going to be built line of code by line of code, protocol by protocol, decision by decision. As the saying goes, AI infrastructure, I can be destiny. The only real question left is, which one are we going to choose to build?